Hey, Jeff. Thank you, sir. Hey, Kiwi. I appreciate the likes. Appreciate everyone who stops by. Today, I'm just here. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate everyone who wants you all to hold my feet to the fire and make me get this sanding done so I can deliver these spoons. So, all right, who's number 3? You're catching me on a sanding day. This was long overdue, and my client didn't seem to know what she wanted. So we held off, and then she all of a sudden had to have them, and then now I haven't heard anything again. So I know where I can put these where they will disappear several bucks at a time. Lesson learned. Hey, you all. Well, we got 4 and 3 likes. I'm not doing too bad. Nobody wants to sit around watching an old guy sanding, I'm sure. But if I don't sit and get this done, then it's never going to be done. All right. Back down to 3 again, I guess. That's all right. Come and go as you please. I have lots of work to do. And then we'll get to the coffee and chatting part. So I hope everybody's having a great week. Mine isn't too bad. Got an extra day for weather. So there. The work front isn't too bad. Of course, I'd always rather be in the shop, but we have to do what we have to do. Now I got 14 watching. Are we all workers or? Hey Ray, how we doing? You're catching me on a sanding day. I had hoped by doing this on the live, you all would hold my feet to the fire and I would get this project done. It's my one butter spreader that I actually really, really like. This would be the second one. The other 2 are kind of, meh. Hey, Victoria. Carlos, how are you, sir? Welcome. Anything good going on, Ray? Did you guys get much snow last night? We got enough to brush off the windshield, but that was about it. I think it got too cold to snow much. Now we got 5 likes. I'm doing pretty good there. So this weekend, nope, being a lazy bum. No snow here. How'd you rate? I doubt you're being a lazy bum. I think Miss Sandy would get on you. That's all right. You don't have to brag about having your honeydew list caught up. Ricardo, hey there. How are you, sir? We got a couple of people here I don't think I've seen in my lives before. Ricardo, Victoria, who's the other fella? Carlos. Hey. I'm sanding utensils that should have been done 2 months ago, but the client isn't on again, off again, so I'm going to finish them up and just put them out on my kiosk. Hey, Freddie. It's one of those things, being a small business. You want to help everybody that asks you, but sometimes you should get a deposit and wait on them to call you. I think this cherry is really pretty for a piece of wood that shouldn't even be, because this was made out of 3 different pieces that I glued up out of the box over here. But I know if I don't sit down and just get it done, it's not going to happen, because I'm kind of sore about the deal. So anyway, that being that, see where they're predicting frigid weather again. I could do without that, but I did move back to Ohio after the service because I wanted some seasons, so I'm not going to complain too much. Get nice and smooth. So what do we think about all of this? And I don't want to be political, but what do we think about this whole deal with Greenland? All right, that one's pretty nice and smooth. All right. I've been dodging doing these bowls of these spoons, so I might as well just go ahead and get started while we're here. Hey, Keith, what do you know? Van Mott, Big Mike's. Harry is here. Hey, Van Mott, I am sanding utensils that should have been done 2 months ago. Client isn't on again, off again, so I'm going to finish them and put them out on my kiosk one of my two spots, and if they want them, they can come get them. Hey Keith, how's your dulcimer coming? Hey Van Mott, I'm going to add you as a standard moderator. Then that way, if you guys want to drop your links in here. You played your dulcimer yesterday, so you finished it. Good job. Are you going to make us a video with the challenge hashtag so I can add it to the playlist? So far, I think there's only like you and me. This one is cherry and maple. I got walnut and cherry, all walnut. This cake knife is a piece of red oak. Got spatulas that are cherry and maple. I got spoons that are hard or soft maple. And then I've got 3 of these that are hickory. And 1 walnut and cherry. So, don't like the fishing line, sounds like crap. You can use regular dulcimer strings. Before I go live Saturday for a giveaway. Awesome, Keith. And I keep trying to promote the challenge. It'll close at midnight California time on the 31st, and then I'll look at everybody that got in. May just be you and me. And it's pretty sure if it's just you and I, you got this tied up. So are we going to get that smash rock and roll video of Keith playing air dulcimer? Oh, hey, Van Mott, did you get my message about those paper clips? We are the cool ones, Keith, which would be really strange for me. I've never been one of the cool kids. All right. And sorry it took me so long to reply on that one, but I didn't get back out here. I was out here a while and it was just frigid even with the heater going. So I left it run, went in and had a cup of coffee, and then, you know, the recliner would get a hold of you. So Keith, did you enjoy the build? Hey Trevor, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I thought, Keith. It was fun, and there were some challenging parts to that. Rob, hey Rob, who handed out gift memberships in your live today? Cause I got one, and I want to know who to thank. Same here, Keith. Did you wind up carving your pegs, or did you just file and sand them out like I did? I.R. Roy. All right. I have school tomorrow, Rob, so I may not be able to be on. But if you see him, thank him for me. I appreciate it very much. I cannot afford all the memberships, all the channels that I would readily belong. So, and hey Rob, since you're here, I think you need a job. There you go. Has anyone heard from Joseph the carpenter lately? There's 2 or 3 different luthiers that I follow, Keith, who make like Appalachian Mountain banjos and traditional stuff, fretless instruments with traditional pegs. And 2 of the 3 suggest using 3/8, 5/16 material and just cutting it down to a 1/4 inch and not starting with the thicker material. I started with 3/4 inch thick material, and I took mine down to 3/8 by hand. And I can definitely see how that would be difficult. When I did my cookie tin banjo years ago, I cut the pegs out on my scroll saw and just sanded them to shape. And it went a lot faster, but they were really long, narrow, and they didn't take a lot of attention, even from fishing mine. Yeah, I sent him a text right after New Year's because I hadn't seen him online. He said he had some stuff going on. I told him that I wouldn't ask, but I'd be praying for him because when you're going through stuff, last person you need is somebody you don't really know, even though you pal around online, being in your business. But as I hadn't heard anything different, I would say if you got a spare prayer, sling it that way. this is the part of the project where I really hate using that bowl gouge because it makes deep cuts that are hard to sand out. I got 12 with 10 likes. A minute ago it was only 8 with 10 likes. This is 100 grit. I went over these with 60 and 80. That. So, this is that cheap Dollar Tree sandpaper, but I got about a pound of it I'm trying to use up. Oh, Rob, I'm sanding utensils that I should have had done and delivered about 2 months ago, but the client can't decide what they want to do, so I'm going to finish them and then take them out to one of my 2 kiosks or divide them between the 2, and they'll sell. But I know that if I don't sit here and do this, and I get over there and carve something, or I turn you around and get on the lathe, I'm not going to get this done. Mostly because I'm at that point where I'm tired of fooling with it. So many other things for me to mess around with that are more fun. But it does make the most utensils I've ever made at one time. So that's a thing, I guess. All right. All right, 11 and 11. Fixing your welder after 18 months of it being broken. What was wrong? Yeah. Got a couple welders in here. Rob. See, keep thinking I'd like to have a welder, but I don't have a project in mind, so that's probably not something I will buy. coming along. There. They need to come up with dynamic chat so I don't have to read the screen. You all can just holler at me and tell me to pay attention. It really is an old boys chat. We're talking about rods and gas. Hey, Van Lot, I watched that Valentine's basket. That was cool. Oh, it's cool. Do you have a plan for that, or was that just kind of on the fly? No, Rob, most shops that do domestic work over here still do SAE. Metric is getting more common, but it's still pretty rare. I am not a math person, but it's easier for me to explain the metric system to kids than it is to explain fractional measures, because the way they teach it now is utterly confusing. That's all right, Van Lot. I will watch your video more closely. I will admit to you that I was watching it in class while students were watching a video. I mean, one can only take so much children's TV. But they were watching a video, and it was technically my break time, and so I was watching your video. All right, got 10 watching and 14 likes. I'm doing pretty good. I'm still mystified by how all of this works and how they can extrapolate any useful data from it, but all right, how's that look? Get this walnut. Thanks, Keith. Appreciate that. I feel bad because I gave Amy a hard time about getting in on the spoon challenge, but I'm about spooned out. I couldn't find my video of the little pine spoon I did to practice. It turned out really nice. Wife's got it in there in the house. She loves it. So I got on Temu and I got some little sanding discs and little mandrel to fit in the Dremel. But that Velcro was probably meant just to look at, because the Dremel got going about 30,000 RPMs and just it flung. Have I not done that already, Van Mott? It doesn't matter. I'll shout that channel out in a minute. As soon as I get done here, I'll shout you out. I'll even share a link to that video. I thought it was a great little project. And Van Mott, I gave you the standard moderator. You can drop your link anytime. Any of you. And if it's a regular that you know that I haven't made a mod yet, you drop their link too. Cause like I'm only doing what I'm doing because all of you encourage me. So I can certainly share. Just don't tell anybody I'm actually nice, especially students. Remember, means big pointy teeth. This was a good idea because I wouldn't be this far if I hadn't come out here and sat down and planned to do this. And I thought about 7 different projects I could do instead, but this is the one that needs done. If you'd have told me this time last year I'd be doing YouTube, I'd have called you a liar. I messed with this 10 years ago, and city harassed us about our little community garden, little free farm we were trying to do, and we gave up. And right. I need to be better about making seasonal stuff. My wife wants me to make more seasonal stuff, but I kind of think it's impractical to only make things people are going to. I do know they buy a lot of decorations, but only doing it to be a hemorrhoid to the community. Keith, it's a good thing you don't live closer to me. We would be best buds. I'm afraid to say, because I have. If there were in a book of the Bible on mischief, my picture would be on the cover. When I was a kid, there was a radio host who called around to the local bank that was kind of on his list, and he told them that the phone company was going to blow out the phone lines and they needed to wrap their phone in a bag so that the dust wouldn't get all over their office. And then on his lunch break, he went and visited the bank to see if he could find any of the phones wrapped in bags. And 4 out of the 6 phones that he saw were wrapped. And I played that trick a few years after that. I was working for a nursing home, and worked with a young lady who was wrapped particularly tightly. Wound up would be a good way to put it. Good, Van Lot. Maybe I can learn a new trick or 6. I only know like 3 tricks to begin with, so I need to learn from everybody else. Whoops. All right, here we go. Hey, big dog. Oh, yeah. I like that good, clean fun, Keith. I'm not about getting people into hospitals and traction and real trouble. What's a good word, Big Neck? A little too much. Ooh. Oh, X-Lax. Understood. Hey, big dog. You can, if you reach out, email this screen name at gmail.com. Like if you email my channel name at gmail.com, and I'll send you my email, or I'll send you my address. And if you do the same, I've got stickers on the way from Vinyl. What is the name of that place? Vinyl Disorder. And when my stickers get in, I need to send a bunch out. But yeah, I would gladly shout you out in a mail call for anybody else. Oh. Yeah, I remember that going around, actually. When I was in high school, that was going around, or probably making its rounds again, because, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. It's just every generation thinks they thought of it. Well, the best I was going to be able to do, big dog, was a bunch of shipping labels, and my wife did the numbers, and she said there is no economy in doing this yourself. And aside from the fact that we already had the paper but not the ink, she was right. I'm 55, so yeah. Bought my wife a Cricut not long ago. She hasn't gotten to use it yet. Probably will when audit season is over because it's a busy time for her. But I think she wants to make stickers and shirts and all that stuff. Incidentally, I do have some t-shirts. I don't have them marked up or anything, but if you go in through the front of my channel to my Fourth Wall store, you'll see the Soldier Farms t-shirts there. But I opened that a couple years ago. I had a class of seventh graders that were just off the hook, and they would say the most awful things to each other. And so I started putting the stupid things they say on t-shirts. And so there's probably half a dozen shirts there or something, but the only ones that relate to Soldier Farms are the ones with the logo. Gotta go. Enjoy the live. Hey, thank you, Van Lot. Have a good one. All right, now I gotta try and remember creating Sawdust's name. Hey, bud, I'm glad you're here, but forgive me, but I'll have to learn your name like over years. Also, if you're in here and you haven't, smack that like button like it owes you money. Pardon me. All right, big dog. Let me look here. I didn't get it yet, but I'm sure I will. If not, big dog, I'll hit you. When I get done here, I'll go and look, and if I don't have it, I'll send a message. Making pretty good headway. I'm surprised. Nothing I hate worse than sanding by hand. Yeah, there are lots of good channels runs through this chat. So by all means, if you got a link, drop it. Or get one of the mods to drop it for you. All right, that's pretty good. Now, if I could just get these burn marks off. Don't suppose anybody's got a rapid solution to getting burn marks off this cherry. Hey Keith, you and me both. I get more interested in what I'm doing than what the camera is doing, and I either forget about my chat or I forget to change camera angles. I mean, there are some channels that do fantastic jobs with their production, and like, if I did that, YouTube would be my third full-time job. I haven't yet figured out how to work that out. I will, though. I'm looking at a master's degree program right now, and I'm really thinking about it. I'm 55, and of course, it makes me mad that I got a bachelor's degree and aside from substitute teaching, never had a job that required one, even though they treat you like you need one to pump gas nowadays. Yeah, Keith, you and me both. So I've gotten better about that, but like if I just got to run over to the toolbox, I generally don't pick up the camera and take it with me. I'm trying to get better about that, but for me to do that, I'd have to tie it to my apron, and then I'd probably knock it over and break my phone. I really don't want to have that conversation that goes like, hey, honey, I need a new phone because I was stupid. So does anyone know who's up to go live at 7 or 7:30? Believe it or not, I learned a new trick the other day watching Zach Bice on his first live. I had no idea that I could have this live up on my laptop signed in as Soldier Farms and then run the live off my phone. It's so much easier to just glance over and read the chat, even though most of the time I do just lean over here and read it. You'll be in bed, Keith? You work, I can imagine. Yeah, I work days, so bedtime for me is about 8:30 or 9 o'clock. All right, that's all right, is that one spoony enough for you? That's coming, Keith, but I have to get time to put the long mill together. I bought a large monitor for it. Of course, I'm wondering if that 30-inch monitor is big enough, but That would be a mouthful of chowder. These little hickory guys are. This hickory is some hard stuff. It was hard to carve the bowl. It was hard to shape. And I would imagine it's going to be hard to finish sand too. But taking care of it'll last forever. Ravioli. Jody, ravioli sounds good. I don't eat that much pasta, but every once in a while. Remember, episode of Great Chefs of the Southwest on PBS about 40 years ago. The chef in Dallas, Texas that made sausage out of rattlesnake and then stuffed it into some sort of fancy ravioli. Rainy. Hey. I'm over here getting my sanding on. Sure, this is punishment for some evil thing I did sometime. Or a down payment of what I'm going to do the next time. Oh, big dog. You got to talk about food, don't you? I had some keto chili dogs earlier, and that's usually the kind of meal I have before I go live. And then when I get done, I go in to look over my show notes and all that stuff and anything I learned while I was live and get hungry. Hey, you all. Jody Genealogy is a friend I made recently in the Tuber chat. She is an absolute resource if you are doing anything with genealogy, family history, any of that stuff. I watched half a dozen of her videos and caught part of her live the other day. We do a lot of that stuff. It's like a giant hobby for my wife and I. And Jody can help just about anybody out with that. I'm sorry, Jody, if you get like 60 messages, but it's a rare hobby. I mean, it's gotten more popular now that you can, do the vial with Ancestry. But the nitty gritty hard work of that is in the research, and you know a lot about that. So what's up at the Rainey's? Yeah, sorry, Jody. I hope you don't get like 60 messages, but part of what we try to do for each other is shout out our channels, because a lot of us are very small channels and we're trying to grow. Just because they made it easier for people like me, actually growing it to monetizing is tough. And I am not there yet. I'm 2 away from 300. And like every time I cross 300, then a couple days later, 3, 4, 5 disappear. Raja, hey, thank you, sir. Raja, are you live every day? It seems like I see you on very often, but it's always during times when I would be like either teaching or it's inconvenient for me to be online. I do get the notifications though. Gene. I am glad you are all here. I'm glad you all stuck with me. I'm about an hour and 3. I'm probably going to go about 15 more minutes. 7 p.m. Eastern is usually about when I cut it off, because there are lives that I like to watch on Wednesday nights. But I truly appreciate everybody hanging with me, and I know it's not incredibly interesting to watch me sand, but it's something I need to do, and I know I won't do it if I'm not entertained. So what's up in Gene's world? Thank you. Hey, Raja, you've been around here more than a few times. I'm going to go ahead and make you a standard moderator. That way, if you like, you can drop a link, bounce a troll if necessary. We'll always appreciate that. Although you can't bounce the host, I try to be funnier than I get credit for. Two weeks. You feeling better, Rainey? Oh, awesome. Thank you, Gene. You know, William Murphy and I made 100 subscribers on the same day. And we joked about making little play buttons for each other. I thought about making a really tiny one that has a 100 on it. Yeah, you need to not have another accident there, big dog, because you can control that, right? I'm glad you're all right. I mean, back to work in the morning. It comes for us all eventually. Jody, I appreciate you stopping by. You and I can't remember his name. Okies Eden are the two of the folks that I met in that chat that have just jumped on it. And that says to me I need to keep up my end. So I've been messing around with this AI music software, that Suno app. I wanted to do some music for my videos that was better than that Muzak instrumental stuff. And I've actually gotten kind of into that, and I enjoy playing with it. But there is no parody that is safe. Like, my wife jokes about her housekeeping hair when she's cleaning, and I did a song for that. And she made that face. Guys, you know that face. Of course, she has a better sense of humor than I do, so she laughed about it, which is good for me. But it's way more fun than it ought to be, and I clearly cannot be left unsupervised with it. Bye, Keith. Have a good one. Rainey, I think you were in there the night that I stopped by that live, not really knowing what to expect. And Keith is leaving. Oh, no, Keith, let me screenshot this, and I will go ahead and shout that out on my channel, on my community page. Or let me see, can I still do the highlight from right here? Yes. Well, I'm going, Keith, Two Dudes DIY is having a giveaway for his 100 subscribers. It'll be on a live stream at 5 p.m. Mountain Time on Saturday. And today's the 21st. So that'll be Saturday, 23rd of January. Don't miss it. And that's Two Dudes DIY. All right. There we go. Highlight did. I always meet the nicest people in places that I didn't know what to expect. So, yeah, Tuber Chat was good for that. I'm going to finish up this spoon and then I'm going to call it a day. And so I'm not leaving right this second, but soon. I appreciate all of you coming. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the folks who stopped by, hit the like, and then left. I appreciate all of it because that's how I grow. Pardon me. Mrs. Rainy Ridge is good with that little palm router, that's for sure. She always makes nice stuff. I don't think I am getting as much out of my routers as I could, but I have not decided to sit down and take time with that. All right, so how's she look? Better? Doesn't look quite like it got eaten now, except the one edge of that bowl. But hey, we're coming along. All right, this is the coffee part. That and excuse me while I go over here and make a racket. Some channels you tune in and you get a rocket scientist doing woodworking. Other channels you tune in, you get flatulence. Here we have dad jokes and postnasal drip. All right, well, this was a good live, and for once I didn't feel like I was fighting a clock. Woodworker Gene. I know I'm subscribed. I can't remember if I've seen the video. I have to go look that up. Oh. It's supposed to get dangerously cold again this weekend, so y'all be safe. We're all right, you all. I think I'm going to call it a night, and I'm going to go ahead and go in and have second dinner and watch something decent on the racket box and decompress for my day. God bless you all, and thank you for coming.